Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Asa coming to you real quick with a tip or trick regarding credit repair. I got a couple of inquiries this weekend regarding charge offs, what it is, and how it impacts your score. And I want to get back to you on that so that you can kind of understand a little more. So, a charge off happens when a credit repair company, no, not a credit repair company. A charge off happens when a company is no longer able to collect the debt that you owe him. Any company, Visa, American Express, whatever company that you have a loan from, anytime you are not paying them, they have the ability to write that off as a loss. And that happens after 180 days. Federal law, you can look it up, fact checked it, and you'll see that if you don't pay it, then they're going to write it off as a loss. So when that happens, they then put that ding on your credit report. So what does that mean? Well, let me see if I can look at these comments here because I'm streaming from something else. Hey, what's going on, Ed? So talking about charge off. So after 180 days of uncollectible activity, right? They can't collect from you. They write it off as a loss. When they write it off as a loss, they then sell that to third party debt collectors. Those are the companies that are blowing your phone up, calling you at all kinds of crazy times. Those are the ones that are sending you letters in the mail, and you have no legal, moral, ethical obligation to pay them anything because they are a third party, intervening third party, someone who's trying to interject themselves into your life and get paid. So $1,000 charge off, they may have paid $10 for it, right? They buy it in big bulks. It's a $1 billion industry. I don't know if it's a trillion, but it's a big, big industry. All right. So what happens is they start calling you and hounding you. Well, most consumers don't know the difference between the original creditor and a third party debt collector. And that is what the system hopes continues to happen, right? Because if you don't know the difference, like, oh my God, American Express is calling me and they're still trying to collect, it's not American Express. It's someone who has the appearance of being a law firm, and they are trying to collect. They're trying to get you to agree to a contract with them. Once you sign a piece of paper and you're contractually obligated to pay them, now you have to pay them. Or they would get you on what's called a default judgment. All right. So two separate processes with the same goal in mind is to extract money from you, to steal money from you, to take money from you that aren't owed. All right. That they aren't owed. So um, after 180 days, that uh, creditor has to write it off as a loss. When they write it off as a loss, they sell it to the third party debt collector. And that is when most people go into agreement to continue to pay. Question: isn't it still in your credit report? Yes. All right. So in the link, in the description, it should be a link that will show you um, how to get a free report that will kind of explain a little more on how to get that off your credit report. Yes, it is. There is a way to get it off your credit report. First of all, if the third party debt collector is on your credit report, that's called a non permissible purpose. What that means is you don't know the law, that they are illegally, what's the word? Yes, illegally on your credit report, which can be up to $1,000 violation based on Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. That's a whole different process, but there is a paperwork process to get them off your credit report, right? They send you the letter in the mail because you don't know who they are until they send you a letter in the mail. You're like, oh my God, they're trying to collect the $800 or $1,000 or whatever the amount is, right? They send these letters out on a regular basis. Well, when you get that letter, you have 30 days. And at the bottom, it will say this communication is from the debt collector. All information is used to collect the debt. Any information, blah, blah, blah. That is how you know it's not the original creditor and it's a third party debt collector. You have 30 days to respond. It's called a debt validation letter. All right. You send me a message, I can get that to you. The debt validation letter asks, you're asking the third party debt collector, like, hey, I don't know who you are. I don't know how you got my information, but I need you to validate that I owe you the debt. They may send you a bunch of information from their records showing that there was an account with Visa, MasterCard, American Express, just whoever. There was an account with them. And that's not what you're asking when you're asking them to validate the debt. You're asking them to validate that you owe them a debt. All right. So it's a process that you send that to them. They have so many days to respond. If they don't respond, then they have to come off your credit report. So that is all something that I can show you how to do on your own, or you can hire a company to do it and they take care of it. But I just want to have you guys understand a charge off is on your credit report from the original creditor that shows they have written it off as a loss. There are many ways to request validation of the information that is being reported on your credit report, because everything on there has to be true and accurate. There are many input errors that are made. There are many clerical errors that are made. And because it's an error and it is being reported on your credit report, that is in the consumer's favor, and that allows you to get it taken off. So I just wanted to come live because I said I would to the people that sent me a response. There is a way to get that off your credit report. I got a question over here, trying to look at everything that comes in. Hold on one second. Yeah, Mr. I can't see your question. So I'll answer it later. All right. But what I just wanted to let you guys know, there is a solution. You just have to understand what that solution is. Once again, in the description, it should be a link so that you can get a free report. How did I get involved in this? The 2008 meltdown is what got me into it. I had a lot of debt. A lot of debt collectors were hounding me and blowing me up, and I had to figure a way to get them off my back. I even sued one of the debt collectors in federal court, got them to go away. And it's pretty cool because I enjoy this kind of stuff. So if you have any comments and questions, once again, go ahead and click on the link and get your free report. If you have more specific questions that the report may not have answered for you, go ahead and reach out to me and direct message me, and I will talk to you soon. Credit Repair Tips and Tricks is the Facebook group, the private Facebook group that I have. More information there. Go ahead and request entry into that group, and my admin, she will allow you to come into the group.